Narayana. Hari Om and greetings from Cleveland. A very popular chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is chapter 15. And the last shloka of chapter 15, Bhagavan Krishna calls Prince Arjuna by two names. And now so many people have memorized chapter 15 and they chant it before they eat. Now what are those two names? Is it Arjuna? You think I'd be asking you that question if the name was Arjuna? The names are Anagha, that's the first line, and the second line is Bharata. Anagha and Bharata. The word Anagha, Agha means dirty. Agha means vasana, meaning a limitation. And when you put that prefix before it, it becomes pure, one who has no limitations. When we know that we are not a tool, you caught that reference? That's an insult, right? If you call someone a tool. When we know that we're not a tool, that is what it means to be anagha. Where I don't feel the impurity, I don't feel limited. It's almost like letting go. But that's not enough. There has to be bharata. Rata means to be filled with, to be reveling in. Bha means knowledge. Bha means light. Bha means joy. When I know that I'm not the equipment, and I also know I am existence, awareness, joy, that is the fulfillment of why I'm alive. If I don't have this knowing of my nature, some people believe. Remember I said about letting go. You let go of all, but you don't know who you are. You start to feel that you are shunya, or nothingness. Hence, the word anagha is not enough. Bharata has to be there. And Puja Swami Tejomayananda shared with us, he said our responsibility is to be anagha. In the way we think, in the way we speak, in the way we act. And with such steadiness and sincerity, we will come in contact and develop a relationship with our Sadguru, and it will be his responsibility to make us Bharata. So we have the first 50%, if you can quantify this, of effort, and then our Sadguru will do the remaining 50%. Sri Ramana is strongly sharing with us what we're not and what we are. In the last shloka, shloka 22, what we explored was every experience needs chit, or awareness. If your awareness is not in an experience, you don't remember it. It's as if that experience never happened. So every experience demands the presence of chit, or awareness. Every equipment is jada, or unconscious. This stone is, my backpack is, my sweater is, my hair is, my teeth are, my limbs and my breath and my mind and my intellect and my ego. All of this is jada. Jada means does not know. So every experience needs chit. None of the equipments are chit. Where Sri Ramana is taking us is that we've never had an experience, because in awareness there is no other. And with the equipments, they are nothing. There cannot be a relationship between the awareness and unawareness, between the conscious and unconscious. They're mutually exclusive. Either there's only chit or there's no chit. And in both cases, there's no experience. Because an experience means there's chit and something. And if there's no chit, there definitely can't be an experience. So all of our depression, anxiety, stress, all of our achievements, all of that has no reality. The only reality is awareness. And Sri Ramana takes the same thought and explains it further. This is a shloka that I've always remembered after studying Upadesha Sara, and I think you will too. I'm on shloka 23. Sattva bhasika chitkva vetara. Sattva bhasika chitkva vetara. Sattaya hi chit chittaya hyaham. Sattaya hi chit chittaya hyaham. Sri Ramana says, Sattva bhasika. He's saying Sat is, bhasika here means, is awareness. Or chit, sorry. Sat is chit, or existence is awareness. Now, intrinsic to this first quarter, existence is awareness, is also that awareness is existence. You're with me? Existence is awareness, awareness is existence. So now I'll share some thoughts on that. Let's try to deny one of these variables. Sri Ramana said, existence is awareness. What if we remove awareness from existence? If I remove awareness from existence, what happens to existence? There's no awareness, so it becomes unknown. How can there be existence if there's no awareness with that existence? And now let's take the other side of this. Awareness is existence. Let's remove existence. If we remove existence to awareness, what happens to awareness? It becomes non-existent, because there's no existence there. Existence is awareness, and awareness is existence. They are one and the same, no different than whatever your birth name is. You have many other names too, correct? And if you take just the positive ones, that is you, but someone's focusing on a particular name of yours that they can relate to more, that they can identify more, but it's just you. So existence and awareness is the same. This chit, kva, va, itara, where is this other consciousness? And this also means, where is this other existence? Have you ever experienced two existences? If yes, where did one end and where did the other one begin? Have you ever experienced two awarenesses? Again, if yes, how did you differentiate those? We've never experienced two existences or two awarenesses. Existence and awareness is self-illumining. In a more lovely way, we say self-shining. In a more logical way, is self-evident. Think deeply about this. everything we know in our lives is through a medium. How do you know me? Through the medium that is Zoom, no? How do you know Zoom? Through the medium that is the eyes. How do you know the eyes? Through the medium that is the mind. And you can keep on going like that. All is through a medium. How do you know you? And you with a capital U, you, with a capital Y. I'm so crunched for time, I don't even spell properly. How do you know I? It is self-illuminating, it is self-shining, it is self-evident. That question itself is ridiculous. It just is. But we're not used to this, which is why we think about knowing existence and knowing awareness, and then in that knowingness, there can be different ones. I know sambar. There's lots of types of sambar, correct? I know frozen yogurt. There's lots of different types of frozen yogurt. So this is what I'm oriented towards, and now all of a sudden, no medium. No knowing. What is all of that? Sri Ramana is saying that will come is you. And I'll show this to you in an external way. What does the word Swayambhu mean? Bhu means, you can take this as earth, or Bhu means manifests. And Swayam means by itself or independently. Some icons in some mandirs are Swayambhu. That Shivalinga came from the earth by itself. And that becomes the icon. Now, someone who doesn't have logic or faith, when you tell them that this was just found in the ground or found in the river, their immediate thought is, yeah, right. This is just a gimmick for people to come here, right? But those with faith, and even those with logic, it's possible, no? That this came from the earth or this came from the river? How much flows down a river? For me to say this is not possible shows my lack of logic. Sattaya hi chit. Sri Ramana's again sharing that existence is awareness, awareness is existence, and I'll add some thoughts here. What's this? What do you call that? I'll make this more pleasing. What's that? Om. Om is the nama and rupa of what? Of infinity, correct? Infinity has no form and no name. What am I supposed to do about that? I need a form and name, so infinity takes on this form and name as Om. Logical? Okay. Then what is the guna and dhamma? What is the quality? What is the abode or feeling of this infinity? That is known as Sat, Chit, Ananda. As if the qualities of infinity, in other words, how do I reach infinity, is existence, awareness, joy. Knowing it, feeling it. So all of this is being shared. And all else that is not Sat Chit Ananda, all else that is not Chit, if we go back to the previous shloka, is called Adhyasa. Adhyasa is superimposition, that there's only existence awareness. That's what keeps being said here. Sattaya hi, indeed, only. And if I'm experiencing anything else, it is my own projection. When in actuality, there is only existence awareness. And now this ananda is not used a lot. If there's a projection, I'm projecting this joy outside. If there's no projection, I'm feeling this joy inside. Projection is very dangerous. Correct? If you're driving and you're projecting stop signs, that's dangerous, correct? If you're interacting with people and you're trying to find the truth and you project this person's skin is like that person's hair is like that, how can you have a good relationship? When that projection stops. When I stop hallucinating about the snake, what is actually there? The rope. Chittaya hi aham. Fine. There's existence that's awareness, and awareness that's existence, and that existence awareness is aham, is I, is I. And what does this feel like? I, what's built into I is the words or feeling am, A-M, and know, K-N-O-W. When I say I, am, obviously M is there, and know is there too. So am is that sat, know is that chit. Chittaya hyaham, all to me is most logical. Built into I is am and know. Today I was talking to Sumanji, who's a teacher with Chinmay Mission, and we were reflecting on a Zen koan. He called it a Zen koan, but my mind went to the Simpsons. There's an episode of The Simpsons where Bart is trying to compete with Rod, I think the neighbor's name is Rod, in mini golf. And Lisa becomes the coach of Bart. And Lisa's trying to teach Bart that you're not going to be a good golfer through your muscles or hand-eye coordination. It will come through shama, through having a cool mind. She may use the word shama, and if she didn't, I project that she's using the word shama. So Lisa keeps asking Bart questions, taking him into this inquiry. One of the questions is, what is the sound of one hand clapping? And all of us would think, okay, what is the sound? And Bart goes like this. See, his extroversion is always to manipulate something outside. But then she asks, if a tree falls in a forest and no one is there to hear it, does it make a sound? So now our extroversion automatically goes to yes. It does make a sound, An animal hears it, or there must be some camera there that recorded it and it'll be transmitted to my home. If there's no awareness, in this case there's no person, then there is no sound. Awareness has to be where that existence for there to be anything. To make this more personal, the happy hour. In the happy hour, which is our kids' class, I often get them to move. I get them to, brush their teeth and come back. Or recently I asked them to go to each family member and just give them a big toothy smile, just to scare them, but smile at the same time. So I want you to visualize this is what I'm asking you to do. Imagine I asked every one of you to leave the room that you're sitting in right now. With all of you out of the room, can there be happiness in that room? This is our Vedanta mantra. They have Zen koans, we have Vedanta mantras. If all of you left the room you're in, can there be happiness? Yes or no? How many of you say yes by a show of hands? How many of you say no? How many of you are like Bart and you're thinking of some device for this to happen? If you leave, there cannot be happiness. Cannot be happiness. There is happiness, that's the carpet and the stone and the bag, but that happiness cannot be expressed. So with you goes happiness. And as soon as a single person, a single human comes back, can there be happiness? Here is where I would insert a joke, but I don't have time for jokes. So just imagine I said a joke, so laugh a little bit. When you come back, there can be happiness. And you can express that. which shows that every time I say I, which is am and no, there is also ananda or joy. I am no joy. No with a K. I am joy. I know joy. We should chant. Yes. It's always a bonus when I remember. Together. Sattva bhasika chitkva vetara sattaya hi chittaya hyaham. Oh.